Daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, February 9th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to trade currency using our proprietary trading indicators, which we hope you will find to be immensely accurate. On this session, we've got a dozen different kind of trading signals. On this session, I'm going to use the one that I principally use, something called the 10-point trade, and we will see if we find a setup and can take the trade. So with that, let's just jump right in. We first need to listen to this guy, and then we can get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. We do them for several purposes. One is instructional, so that you can watch somebody who knows what they're doing, listen to their explanation of what they're doing, and bring those elements into your game. A very effective way to learn. Once you become a member, in addition to the live trades that you have access to with me, you will also get, we do a live trade in the morning at 10 a.m., another live trade in the evening at 10 p.m., and then again, it's about continuous training. Every Wednesday evening, we have a training session, and every Saturday morning we have a training session. Whereby you get to ask questions, you get to get a little instruction, and because we're so confident in how well the indicators perform and our ability to train you, we have a guarantee, and that guarantee is that once you've been trained, we will let you trade with company money and split what you make. That arrangement creates an accountability on your side, and because of that accountability, you will perform better. With that, let's jump in. Let's jump in. I work off of a little checklist, as many of you know, and every day, good habit, restart your green chart, so it clears out the memory and it picks up any updates that have been done. Another good habit is to review the previous day's trade, or the current day's trade at the end of the day, to figure out, hey, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? On Tuesday, those of you who are with us, we took a trade on a buy on the pound yen, and we ended up getting stopped out. I went back and took a look at it, and the one thing I didn't like was I don't like it when we took it off of the hour chart. This is the signal that we were looking at. We were oversold. Everybody's going up. We've got the double cross. Two orange lines are going up. Two blue lines are coming down. We've got down pressure with green on top. So we've got 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. The one hang up, or sometimes it's an issue, is when the indicators have been lagging under the oversold line for a long time, which they have been here. So we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours where this is underneath. The trade is better when the indicators have gone from overbought, turned, and gone up. When they've been lagging underneath here, there's a chance that they could continue to lag and just turn and keep going, going sideways, which is what happened to us. Also on the 2 hour, you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, at least 8 hours it's been down here. It started to come down. So the 2 and the 4 hour we used to confirm it, but because it's been hanging out, the signal isn't as good. And we've got this little gap here where it still quite, the majors haven't quite entered into the channel. So that is the weakness. You'll hear me sometimes say I don't like this. Probably should have held off. On last night's trade, the overnight trade, again, it goes back to, it was probably a trade I shouldn't have taken. If we go back and look, the signal was weak. When I took it, this is what I was looking at. So we've got a slight downslope on the overnight chart. When the candle changed, it switched up. I had an event last night, so I didn't look at the charts. I would have probably should have hedged this once I saw that the signal had changed. Either closed it or hedged it. But as I said, I was busy, so I didn't see it till the middle of the night that we got stopped out. But this was a weak signal, so I probably should have just passed on it. If we go back to let's see, or if we go back 8, it would have been around 4:10 when I looked at it. Euro USD yesterday. This isn't quite right. I'm not sure. Oh, you know why? Because it's in the morning. I was going to say that wasn't what I was looking at. So here it's almost flat. It's almost flat. So I probably should have stayed off of this. The 12 hour, the green is going down, but the red isn't. On the 8 hour, we had both. We had the 4, the 2, and the 1, but this flatness here, this is just going down a little bit. I should have just passed. So that was the situation for last night. So and you'll notice every once in a while I will only take one of the 2 trades because it's just not clear enough to me. And my main goal is to avoid losing money. So I'd rather pass on a trade than take a trade and lose money. So with that, let's get in and see what we've got to what's available to us today. Chart I am trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour on a 1 hour chart. Actually, let's jump back. See, that's why I've got the little checklist so I don't forget things. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. There's 2 ways you can trade. One off of the indications from a chart. The other is off of news. Trading off of news is very hard unless you've got some inside information. So our general strategy is just to avoid trading the news. To find out what the news is, we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, red is high impact. We want to know where the red items are and trade around them. And typically, I like to be out of a trade where there's a red item 2 hours beforehand. Today, we've got clear sailing. We've got an orange on the unemployment claims. With many of these statistics, you've got to be careful. If you haven't been paying attention, the government changed how it measures inflation. So when it says inflation is down, it's not down. They've just changed how they've calculated it, and they haven't really disclosed the full formula that they're using to calculate it. But from me going in a store, I can see inflation isn't down that much. So they play around with the numbers, thinking that you won't notice, and most people don't notice. The other thing is they keep touting the jobless, increase in employment numbers. Increase of employment numbers. If you go and again take a look at it in a little more detail, they're primarily $14 an hour jobs. Those aren't the kind of jobs that really sustain an economy. So, there's more jobs coming online, but they're not good paying jobs. So, but again, we can't control those things. What we can control is our indicators are good in the next few hours of being able to tell us what the market's going to do. And that's where we're going to focus. So we've got clear sailing here. So now let's get back to on this trade, the 10-point chart. I am doing it off of a 10-point signal. I'm doing it off of a 1 hour chart. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart before taking it so that the indicators have a chance to form. On a 1 hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot tends to be 10 or 11 pips. I am looking for the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. Basically, on this trade, I want to get all the lines to line up. And if I get all the lines to line up, that is a high probability trade that gives me the greatest chance of the move doing what I want it to do. If I can find 2 or 3 of those a day, I am going to make very good money. So let's go ahead and start. I start with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. Generally, when the market is overbought, that is a good time to sell. And specifically, I am looking for when all the lines are pointing down. Likewise, this horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, it is an opportunity to buy, especially when the lines are pointing up. Now, as I said, my sweet spot is 10 pips. Can I take a buy when we're overbought and get 10 pips? Most certainly, and you can see it here. And this is another situation where the line's been hanging out overbought for multiple hours. So here, in the last 4 hours, there was a good 27 pips to be made. So you can get 10 pips off of this, but my trade plan is I want to minimize my risk, and I minimize my risk. The best shot of the market doing what I want is when we're overbought and those lines are pointing up, and they're pointing up steeply. So to me, this isn't part of my trade setup. So I've got the majors going down. I've got the minors going down. I don't like this for several reasons. One, we've got the big gap from the majors to the horizontal blue line. So I do have 3 points here. One, we're overbought. Two, everybody's going down. And 3, I've got the double cross where the red and the black line are on top. But I don't have agreement. Actually, we've got 3 of the 4 here. We've got the thick orange going down, supporting this. The 2 blue lines going up. Blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. And we've got up pressure with red on top. So I've got a point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. I've got 7 points, but I'm not taking this trade. I'm not taking this trade. This is what we got burned on last time. It was hanging out overbought for a long time. And we've got the big gap here between, it's the majors aren't close enough to entering the channel. Other thing I don't like about it is I do like to take note of what the slope of the green line is here. And this slope is less than 45 degrees angles. It's just moved down a little bit. It's maybe almost at 45 now. But preferably, I like it to be more than 45. Like I want the slope to be closer. I want the slope to be steeper. So nothing there. Euro USD. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. So 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line. I like that. And the green line is almost entering the channel. So everything is good here. Again, the only issue is it has been hanging up overbought now for the last 6 hours. Jump up to my TNTs. 2 orange lines going down, supporting the sell signal here. Dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4 here. Up pressure with red on top. So again, 7 points. 7 points here. I want to see, we might come back to this, the Euro USD. I want to hold off. We're going to hold off because it's been hanging up here for a long time. Pound US, we've got basically the same thing here. 3 out of 4 here, red here between these two. Between the pound US and the Euro US. I like the Euro US better. Reason I like it better is the green line is closer to the horizontal entering the channel, and the green line is steeper. So if we were to pick between these two, I'm going to take this one. Euro Canadian dollar, 3 points. 3 points here. Thick orange going up, but doesn't have much steepness to it. 2 blue lines coming down, telling me buy. So again, all 3 of these, we have a buy signal. Again, we're going to hold off. I guess between the 3 of these, I'm trying to decide which one I like the best. Probably, again, the Euro USD I like probably a little bit better than these 2. Dollar Swiss franc. It hit the move and it got a big jump. That's I don't know how many pips that is, but it's quite a bit. And we caught that just a little bit earlier. 22 pips. 22 pips here. Now, what strengthens the signal is, you see here the slope of the line. You can see it's almost 80 degrees going up. So the slope is important. Now it's gone past the halfway mark. My trade plan is I don't take them once it goes past the halfway mark. Generally, sometimes on the euro dollar I will, because I trade that a lot. I would then look at the 2 and the 4 hour to see how much was left in this push. But the lines are all clustered. That strengthens the signal. You can see how steep the 2 orange lines and the dotted blue are. And we've got green on top with up pressure. So we've got 2 points here. But again, this is past dollar yen. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross, so 3 points here. The green line is steeper than 45 degrees, so that's a positive. It is entering the channel. That is a positive. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. So I've got all 4 here. I've got down pressure with green on top, and the pressure is weakening. It's starting to roll because of the green line is going from more steep to less steep. So actually, I like this one, the pound yen, better than I like the euro dollar. Or excuse me, the dollar yen versus the euro dollar. I'm trying to decide. You know what? Let's take a look at the. Let's take a look at. Oops, where is it? Come on. When I see the setup, so I've got, 3 points from the majors. I've got 4 points from the TNTs. I've got a point from the pressure. I want to confirm the setup. To confirm the setup, I'm going to look at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. And the other thing here is this did come from, it wasn't entirely overbought, but it got up to halfway and came back down. So now it's going back the other way. So let's take a look at so that's JPY or USD JPY. What's going on here? Why is this so different than what we were just looking at? USD JPY. So this is what we just looked at, but when we go over here, oh, there we go. There we go. So on the 2 and the 4 hour, I am interested in them both being oversold. They don't necessarily need to be going up, but I want them oversold. And the reason I want that is I want to be more sure on the direction of the move. And when they're oversold, they're eventually going to go up. So if this signal weakens, which it has a little bit while we've been talking about it, because it's pulled back a little bit from the red line, and the slope is decreased a little bit. It's gone down to 45 degrees. In fact, it might be even going a little less than 45 degrees. I'll still pick the trade up because these two will turn eventually. And when they turn, I will get it. I'll get the trade. And hopefully I'll get the trade before we get stopped out. So I like this. Once we see this, we are going to then go take a look at, the next step is to take a look at what the trade is worth. And then look at what the trade is worth. I want to go to a clean chart. A clean chart here. Where I'll save this. And now I'm going to go to JPY, what is it? USD JPY. So I want to know where the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the candles naturally stop, and those become the limits of how much what I'm going to take on the trade. So I am just going to kind of eyeball it to see where there's spots where it naturally stops. So it stops in here a little bit, stops in here a little bit, stopped in here, over here, over here, over here. And then I'm going to drop a line above and below. And on a Euro USD, these tend to be about 40 pips apart, 30, 40 pips apart. So you can see it stopped in here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And let's put one below. Stopping in here and here. So I scrunch up the chart so I can get more data points. But once I've got the data points, I want to pull it back out so I can see it a little bit better. And I also want to know the trend. So, you know, here was an uptrend, sideways trend, a little bit of a down, up, kind of sideways down. There was some news event a few days ago that caused this big jump. And it looks like we're trading into a downtrend right now. And I want to know the trend because I don't want to trade against the trend. If I'm going to take a buy trade and a sell trend, I'm going to take less pips because I don't want to get it. I don't want to get caught with the trend just moving away from me and stopping me out. So once I see this, let's open this up a little bit. Let's pull this back. And I want to know how much room I have to each of these spots. So I've got 57 up. And 17 down. So 57 and 17 is 60, 70. That's a bit much. I'm going to drop one more line in here. So it's stopping in here, stopped in here, kind of stopped in here. So now with this, we have a little bit more than that because so 17. So that's maybe 18 pips. Let's save this for a second. And go back and look at the signal. I'm just thinking about it. This has weakened up significantly since we've been talking. I think we can get 10 pips out of this. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a 10 pip buy on the USD JPY. So I'm going to see if I've got that open here. USD JPY. I don't. I am going to go to, new chart. That wasn't it. I want new chart. USD JPY. I'm going to just take one more look at the signal. Yeah, this is good. New order. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So I'm going to round that up to a lot size of 1. Market execution, market buy. Once the trade is recorded, I'm going to right click on it, go to modify. I'm going to put in 10 pips. 10 pips is 100 points. I'm going to use a 3-to-1. So 30 pips will be my stop loss. So 30 pips is 300 points. I click the little red button. It does the math for me. And then I click modify. So we took a buy on the USD JPY with a take profit of 131.007. That's 131.007 and a stop loss of 130.61. 130.61. And I expect this to close in the next 3 hours. Let's see if we have any questions. No questions. And let's see. Okay, gang. Thanks for joining me. And we will do this again Monday evening. We are here to help. We will help you become an excellent trader. If you have any questions and you want to speak, the easiest way to get a hold of me is just to schedule an appointment. You can schedule an appointment at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Thanks so much. I am honored that you take time Tuesday and Thursday mornings to be with me. All right. Bye-bye, gang.